Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 56 of the Blurred Podcast. As well, for now, we have Green Tuner,
Hello.
Dark Side,
Hello.
and myself, the Ed Underground Baby. How you guys doing?
You're doing good, man.
Doing well, my friend. Doing well.
Doing well.
It's
See, another
good.
week. We are another week lighter.
Yeah.
Our dear friend is still in the witness protection program.
Mm-hmm.
Wish him the best.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, let it be a lesson. Snitches get stitches, and
Yeah.
where
That's-
he is. I hope.
Exactly. It's a good lesson of why you shouldn't go down the illegal cockfighting ring. It starts off as an innocent, cockfight on the backyard in New Mexico.
Right.
Next thing you know, you're in the witness protection program for, having to avoid the nasty ring of underground cockfighting. So,
We're talking about birds, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
He bet too high.
He bent too high, and then he was willing to testify. So I mean, that's on him. That's on him.
In the court, and the prosecutor is talking to a chicken with a neck brace on. And can you peck towards the direction of Creamcast?
And it's a complicated operation, that cockfighting, man. That's not.
It is.
It's not
It
so
is.
simple. But we wish him the best and hope he survives. There's
Yeah.
money on his head, a lot of money. That's
True.
all. Anyways, what have you guys been up to?
Not much. What's it called? Catching up on some shows. Still playing a little bit of FIFA. Same old. What about you guys?
Probably less than that. I've been catching up on the shows and dipping back into comics. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Actually, having a good time doing that, rediscovering some old favorites, and a lot of stuff to talk about this week. Some premieres and everything, but yeah, that's what occupied my time, is just the streaming
All right.
channels. Ed, you up to anything?
I've been working on some merch in the
All right,
background.
well, let's get moving on.
What?
Some merch in the background.
Merch in the background. Got some more things in development. I don't want to say yet, but I'll say this: it's beyond the KI.
Wow, more items building in the hype phase, huh?
Yes, but it's beyond KI, so it's outside of KI also, but it is merch.
Either way, very exciting. Typical at Underground hype period is usually 10 years, correct?
No, although there is a lot of hype within those years.
Well, 2032, get ready, baby, 2032.
This year.
So
This
when
year.
are the shirts being released?
So I was going to release it this week, but
okay, so there's the first setback.
some
The
things
first time
happened.
pushing back.
Setback to the shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some minor setbacks. So I got a flat tire, or rather, my mother had a flat tire, so I had to fix that. That took a lot of time out.
Not what I
So
was expecting you to say, but okay.
All right.
Any edits to the shirt in question?
I did not edit
Bold.
actually.
Bold.
Bold?
Yeah.
Well, I might leave it as it is.
Hey, man, screw them, right?
I mean, there's nothing said bad.
No. Yeah.
All right. So according to Creamcast, he said he had to pump your mom back up. So did he go
That makes no
over to where she
sense.
was and help her with the flat tire?
That makes no sense. That
Well,
is-
that's what I was thinking.
false.
He's saying, right, that he went over there and re-inflated the tire.
Oh, he said I had to pump. That makes no sense.
I can make sense to all of us, though.
I think he's just a good Samaritan. He likes helping out.
He was just a
people.
passerby, really.
Yeah.
He just happened to be
Sure.
passing by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some people might call him a hero.
Or a villain.
But some people.
But one thing I'm working on, I'll say this. The Force is strong with this one.
Oh.
That's all I'll say.
Oh, so now you're ripping off Star Wars too?
I didn't say I was.
All right.
I didn't say I was.
But that's your clue. The Force is strong, but it's not Star Wars.
The Force is strong with this one in 2077. I'll say that.
So it's a cyberpunk mashup of Star Wars. That sounds.
No, it's not.
It's not it.
No,
is
it's
it gonna
not.
be like a cyberpunk guy?
No, that's lame.
With
Lame.
Nope.
with like a lightsaber.
Nope.
No. That's
Nope.
That's
Nope.
It's overdone too, Ed.
There's no mashups. There's just multiple things I'm working on.
Right.
So when will I actually see one of these multiple things actually become tangible?
Well, it was gonna be this week, so I'll say next week.
So next week it'll be out.
I'm looking forward to next week. Yes.
So
No. When will it be out?
Hopefully next week.
Oh wow.
It was gonna be Wednesday.
Politician answers. It's a yes or no.
Hey, that's confidence in the product, my friend.
There is confidence in the product.
And did you fix the kanji?
I did not.
So it still says
Well, I
Great
didn't.
Hotel
Right.
Stay Plus or
Nothing's
something.
right.
broken.
Right, yeah. Exactly at Underground. They should fix their language.
I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't
didn't
say
have
that,
to say it.
but nothing
This
is
is my
broken.
MAGA hat. I had it. Anyways, yeah.
Mhm.
The Blur podcast
It's
is
not your
that.
problem, man. It's not your problem. It's theirs. It's their problem.
What, you don't support the president?
Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon. I didn't say
There
support
we
the
go.
president.
There we go.
All right.
I knew it.
I'm not all about politics on this podcast. You guys can do it. I'm not gonna do it.
You're the one that said, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, because I think it's a
Nobody
funny
brought up any
term.
politics, my friend.
I think it's a funny term. Like him or not, I think it's a funny term. So
No,
What?
yeah, it's real hilarious. It's real hilarious.
it would.
Yeah, really
Well,
funny.
the origin of it's hilarious. So
What is the origin of it?
it was meant to say something else, but because of I guess the audio of it, it sounded like "Let's go, Brandon," but it's supposed to say "F you, President."
Okay, you're
Name?
an idiot. All right, no. It
This
wasn't
is
a
at a
NASCAR
NASCAR
event.
event.
Shut up.
Yes,
It wasn't a NASCAR
that's what I
event.
just said.
The people in the stands were saying, fuck you, Biden, or fuck
Yes.
Biden, or something.
Yeah, I
The
just said
reporter
that.
asked the driver. No, you didn't say this. You were butchering up. The reporter said, I was talking to the guy, and the guy's like, oh, I think they're saying, let's go, Brandon. Because that was the driver's name. He was trying to basically clean it up for TV.
Yes,
And then, the trolls got a hold of it, and they turned let's go, Brandon to fuck you, Biden.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
All right.
or rather reverse.
No, don't try to explain it anymore. You're confusing everyone.
Am I?
All right, so for all you guys out there that I'm sure had to place that monetary deposit, next week
What?
you may or may not get the product that you paid for.
Well, they didn't pay for it.
But that is a sneak preview of the shipping shipping adventures that people will
Yeah.
embark upon.
Exactly.
Interesting. Very interesting.
You're not
But-
really paying for the shirt. What you're paying for is the excitement of not knowing when that package is actually going to arrive, or if
Hey,
it's even going to arrive at all.
it's great excitement. I'll just say, the Force is strong in 2077 Ronin style. I'll just say those things.
777, is that the date of release? Do we have
No,
a date?
that
Oh,
is.
boy.
I've said a few things, and I'm working on multiple things. This isn't just one thing; it's multiple things that I've been working on.
You just
I just
said the
said
same
multiple
thing,
things.
like 4 different times in the 4 different ways.
Well, the things I said, it's not one thing; it's multiple things. The Force is
You are
strong.
just doing it again. Such a thing. I'm like you're saying the same thing with different words. Like, well, you see, it's not one thing; it's 2. It's many things. No, if you see a thing and another thing to it, that's multiple things. But if you just see one thing, then it's one thing. But if it's more than one, it's multiple things.
Is this original artwork? A listener wants to know if this is original artwork.
It's based off of existing IPs, but I'm
Okay, now,
Based
doing my
ass.
own.
hold on.
Huh? I'm
Is
doing my own spin.
Original artwork, like you put pencil to
Not pencil.
screen or page, and you kind of like you crafted from a blank canvas this art.
Blank canvas, yes.
Uh-huh.
Pencil, no. I don't. Actually, don't.
I get you. But this is
Draw.
all original art. Huh?
Yeah, you're a digital artist, right?
Digital, yes.
But you start from scratch. You do not copy and paste things from the web.
You don't take other art
Correct.
in
Well,
hand.
you can take like bits and pieces from like, let's say, a background of a tree. Take that, turn it into whatever. It's kind of hard to explain.
No, I got you. That's fine. But you are not grabbing like whole assets and just
I am
mashing
not.
them together.
I am not.
Now, my next question is because you said this is so original and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So the actual drawing is not gonna be a reference to any type of major intellectual property, right?
It's based off of IP, but it's my own like interpretation of it.
Okay, so it's gonna be a brand new character. I'm assuming it's not gonna be an existing character because then that wouldn't be an original thing.
Actually, I have done brand new characters in
So
the
your
world
last
of,
shirt, would you
No.
consider that to be original?
The character, no. The drawing and concept of it, yes. But I've done some things that the Force is
He
strong with.
muddies
that-
the water.
I've done
What?
some things that the Force is strong with that is a non-existing character,
Well, listen,
but
haven't you
it's in
learned
the
your lesson?
world.
Have you not learned your
Why do you
lesson?
keep saying the Force is strong? Is that a Ninja Turtles reference?
Sure.
No, but what I'm saying is Ed
Oh,
doesn't learn. He is going after Disney.
I'm not going after Disney. Disney's just trying to.
Well,
go
if you
after
touch
me.
Star Wars is Disney.
Well, it's so if it's
He's not
Let's-
going after Disney, Ed. As your lawyer, I urge you not to answer that question. You don't acknowledge what it's from.
if you
It is
do
generic space opera, I believe, is the answer.
that is true.
Generic.
if
He's
you
celebrating
do
generic space opera.
if you do an existing character of Star Wars and completely turn it into something else, let's say Darth Vader.
Yeah,
Darth Vader.
I said Darth.
Notice the
Darth.
Darth. What he said.
Darth.
you did say dark.
No.
Darth.
Now,
I have a
Ed
list.
Underground, you are a genius, and don't underplay
Thank
it,
you.
sir. He said Dark Vader.
I said Darth.
Specifically skip the trademark.
Darth.
Brilliant.
Darth.
He's a trademark lawyer's worst nightmare. It's brilliant.
Darth.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we
But-
could be in the courtroom for him to spin circles around this judge.
Darth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you take
Darth
Darth.
Laser.
Let's say you take
Dark Laser.
Let's say you take Darth Vader and
Yeah.
turn him into steampunk Darth Vader.
Mhm.
That's what I mean,
Mhm.
like having your own interpretation of it. Like
Oh,
it's-
and then so your next merch that may or may not be released will be in that style.
That's a mashup.
not Darth. I mean,
That's a mashup.
not steampunk. I haven't done anything steampunk. I can't.
No, I know,
believe-
but
Right,
the same concept. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see it, and it's not gonna be. What's the one that Ed likes for some weird reason? Anakin. It's not gonna
Oh,
be
he's my
just
favorite,
Anakin wearing a different type of vest or something stupid.
correct. And
It'll
I'm
be
not
something
doing
actually original.
Not gonna
correct,
be-
and I'm not doing
gonna be a
Anakin.
mashup.
Even though
It's gonna be
Anakin.
something dumb or stupid.
Well,
it's-
everything I do is not dumb and stupid. So
Right, but what I'm saying is it's not going to be like it's not going to be like a mashup. Everyone does those. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be like a cyberpunk.
it's not gonna be cyberpunk. It's not.
It's
Nope.
firmly is not.
It's not gonna be cyberpunk.
It's not going to be a mashup either, right?
Maybe. We'll see. I'll say one thing. It's not.
That's a no. That's a no. Mashups are lame.
We'll see. Oh, depends on how you see it.
Yeah,
Depends
they're
on what.
overplayed and a little.
No, I've seen some amazing mashups.
I know, but it's over. It's kind of done. The mashup is done.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty much done.
I
But
don't know.
I'm sure you will be bringing something new and bold and
He'll
amazing
be bringing
to this game.
I'll be bringing the heat.
exactly,
Oh, yeah, baby.
and you'll get
The
third
heat.
degree burn just from staring at
That's
the
right.
Mm,
That's
mm.
right. The hype is real. On aboard the hype train.
Hell yeah, baby. 20
Choo
years
choo.
I will.
counting.
Okay, so What's new, fellas?
Well, boys, 25 years ago, it was a tumultuous time in America. 1997. A lot of amazing things were happening in the world, but I think we all grew up in this era, and anyone who came out of 1997 knows there's only one word that defines that year, that defines August 15th, 1997. And that is, of course, the release of a seminal classic.
Shaq Fu?
Slow down, buddy. That's Shaq Fu. That's another episode to discuss. But you're close. Of course, I'm referring to
Titanic.
that 97? Yeah, it was 97.
It is 97.
All right. There's two classics that came out of that year. Titanic, whatever.
Just one of the biggest movies of all time. Whatever.
Underblown, if you ask me. Anyways, the late summer.
Nintendo 64.
Ooh.
Fuck up. God damn it. A lot of good things came out in 97, but one great thing that came out for sure.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh.
Did he kill those people in 97?
Was it? I thought it was 95.
That was
Was it
95.
95?
I thought it was 95.
No, hold on. I'm gonna put aside the
I think, was it
I had open here. OJ
Clinton was still president, right?
OJ Simpson murdered all those people.
93?
Oh no, the trial was in 95.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The trial was in 94. He killed allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole Brown Simpson allegedly died in 1994.
I still remember that trial too when I was a
Okay.
kid. But
But anyways, in 1997, of course, the
Face Off.
Face Off all came out. Man, 87 was a good year, dude.
It was.
a great year.
It was a good year. Steel. The movie Steel is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Fuck, man. Bill O'Neal, hot off the NBA courts. He was at the height of his greatness. I mean, we all grew up with Shaq. Really, I mean, the man is a legend today. I think he got bigger. Would you say Shaq's bigger than he was?
wait, popularity wise?
I would say
like physically bigger.
Oh, well, yeah. No, yeah, he's got.
I think he just filled out a little more.
Yeah, he
Okay,
did.
yeah.
He was a little more. He was slimmer when he was younger.
Okay, yeah, okay. I will go for that. He's more.
What do you think he's rubbing so much icy hot on his back?
Well, you know what? That he gets put out. Icy Hot will get you.
Oh, Spawn.
Hear you.
97 was Spawn.
I thought it was 95, but that was a good year.
Oh, yeah, that was a good year. Damn. Looking at the chat, a lot of great stuff in 97.
Yeah.
Look at this year.
It's a golden year.
Look at 1997 now. Look at that in the chat. Now think about 2022.
Fifth Element.
For the listeners out there, the great list of 97, The Devil's Advocate, Good Will Hunting.
But just like the Fifth Element is like one of my all-time favorites.
And I don't know. Keep reading them off. They're real good here.
What's that called? Gattaca?
Gattaca.
Event Horizon, Fifth
Great
Element.
movie.
Fifth Element, G.I. Jane, which I did not see the rest of. Spawn, which I saw too many times. Liar Liar, good movie. Flubber, I saw too many times. A Jim Carrey movie.
Did Nutty Professor come out in 97?
I think so. Or 99.
It feels like a 97, doesn't it?
Wait, have you guys watched Event Horizon?
Yeah.
Yes.
multiple times.
Okay. So you know how they got the idea?
No.
Writer?
Horizon?
Yes.
No.
He got the idea through Warhammer.
Oh,
Because in Warhammer, remember
the
when
void.
they travel?
Yeah, the void, yeah.
They travel through the void, and the void is like a demonic place, but it allows you to get, through the universe in no time.
Yeah.
I never put that together.
Yeah, I saw it on a video, and then the writer was like, "Oh, that'd be a great idea of people finding the void, the wormhole, but the wormhole being hell, basically." and then you see how normal people would fare if they went into the void.
Scared the crap out of me when I saw Event Horizon the first time, and probably still scared me when I was an adult.
Do you know what the saddest thing is too?
What?
They actually had to cut down the movie because the hell scene, remember when they have like all those horrific visuals?
Yeah.
They said the hell scene was insane. Like it was way too violent. So they had to cut it down. And all these extra footage that they spent tons of money and special effects and everything, they stored them. I forgot where, but basically
a fire.
There was a fire, or it just got destroyed or something.
Yeah. So it was a fire, yeah.
We will never be able to actually see those scenes. All the stuff that was cut out of Event Horizon.
That sucks. Event Horizon, great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. We're not here to talk about Event Horizon. We're here to talk about a greater film.
That's right.
Go to Marcion.
Film that has no equal.
Definitely not.
They're afraid to remake or reboot or put a sequel to this movie. They're afraid. It's not that they don't want to do it, that they can't do it. Shaq is ready to go. I know that for some reason. They're afraid of screwing it up because this is a classic, boys. Classic. Steel, 97. I mean,
Steel. Amazing.
It was the summer of Steel. We called it the summer of Steel, right?
It was summer of Steel. You could be in the theater wearing your Shaq sneakers, watching Steel, snapping into a Crunch Bar. Just hit all the Shaq 90s goodness.
Well, you have a Game Gear of... Well, I don't think Shaq Fu came on Game Gear. Never mind. So I was thinking of...
But if you're at the theater, you're not going to have your thing. But for sure, I remember the Crunch commercials. I remember his sneakers.
Yep.
And then what else was he pimping a lot back in the day? Now he pimps everything.
Wasn't he trying to rap a lot?
He did for a little bit, but that was like later.
Yeah.
That was later though.
On fire. Shaq was like, it was called the Summer of Shaq. Also, Summer of Steel and the Summer of Shaq. Wow.
The Summer Shaq.
Now, all right.
PG.
Let's get serious and talk about Shaq.
Great movie.
Steel. Did you guys actually watch Steel in the theater in 97?
Oh, I did see it in theaters.
Oh, you did see it in theaters?
Yes, I did.
And now let me ask you this. Did you walk out of Steel?
I did not.
Interesting. You did not walk out of Steel, and be a Batman and Robin you famously walked out on.
Yes.
In 1997, I believe.
Bullshit.
Whenever it came out, yes.
Interesting. So you, as a... How old were you again?
I forgot. Whenever the movie came out, so
yeah, whenever the movie came out,
yeah.
It was not old. But a child dropped off by their parents.
Yes.
We've talked about it before. The story is legendary.
It is.
Probably first time in history a child dropped off at a superhero film in the height of summer, at the height, like the hottest film, and this guy walks out. I mean, legendary. Theater still talks about this kid.
Yes.
Famously,
there's a picture of me on the wall.
Picture of him on the wall, and but he did not walk out of Steel.
I did not.
Sat through all of Steel, so it tells you where I think where these are going to land.
Now,
but
I may have sat through all of Steel, but did I want to sit through all of Steel?
But no, well, it doesn't matter.
But you did.
You did.
Had no choice.
Why?
You had no choice.
I saw with I think it was family at the time.
Oh, okay. Would you have walked out if no one was there?
Hold on. That doesn't mean anything if you see it with family.
Well, yeah, if the family members who were there did not want to leave, how can I want to leave?
Dumbass.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything if you go sit in the lobby.
I can't go out with my parent. No, I don't know if my parents or like extended family members who were there. Forgot that someone had a car. I think it was a cousin or something like that. But I saw the whole thing.
Yeah, safe to say that there's nothing stopping you from walking out. So you walked out of Batman Robin, and you didn't even have a ride That's the other thing that's amazing about that story. Almost unbelievable, but
Did you watch Batman and Robin with your family?
No, I saw my friend.
With your one friend?
Yes, one friend. We were
Do you
dropped
still
off.
talk to this one friend?
I do not talk to this one friend.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, that person moved away, so we have lost contact.
How convenient.
How convenient. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe we can, I don't know, reach out to your friend one day
Sure.
to solve the mystery of this, unbelievable.
This great tale.
Yeah, we all know that happened. It truly did happen.
Oh, it is a tale for sure.
Haters gonna hate. So
Yeah, sure. But okay, so you did watch Steel, and so take us back to 1997 at Underground, the height of Steel mania. What was it like? What was it like? Like, were all the kids dressed up in like Steel outfits, and everyone
in Orlando Magic
Steel,
swag?
right?
I don't remember any of that stuff.
The midnight screening or what?
No, we
Magic?
saw
He
it.
was with the Magic back then, right?
Huh?
Orlando Magic.
I don't recall.
I want to say he was.
He didn't
Those young
join the
shows.
Lakers till like what? Later.
Yeah, I want to say Lakers were later.
Yeah, Lakers were a bit later. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm reading what the chat is saying.
Oh yeah. So take us back. You were, how old were you?
I don't remember.
All right.
Ooh, Creamcast says Lakers in '97.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
think he went that far back with the
I
Lakers.
thought it was like early 2000s.
Me too. All right, so you were wearing your what? Your little leather jacket.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. My little leather jacket with my my Air Force Ones, and black pants. Yeah, wearing all black.
That happened in 1997.
What happened in 1997?
Yeah. How about you guys remember the NASA Pathfinder? Remember that?
No.
Not really. No, that's a Pathfinder.
What, does it explode or something?
No, it landed over there in Mars. Remember, it went on Mars and it kind of rolled around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It was a big deal. Let's see.
the NWO was formed, I think.
Nobody cares. Mother Teresa.
One of the great historical achievements of humanity. The NWO.
That was awesome. What you gonna do, brother?
W for
We're the
life, brother.
NWO for life.
Let me get some food prices. All right, food prices in here.
Hold on one second. Keep going, guys.
Yeah, well, exactly.
All right.
Let's kill this dead noise.
Okay.
We can still hear you, buddy.
Green
all
tuner.
right.
Green tuner.
Yeah.
Was this the first time for you to watch Steel?
Yes, it was my first time watching Steel.
Likewise. Let me ask you a question. As two adults in our 30-something, lives, we grew up on Steel. We grew up on Steel. It was pumped in our veins. It was a big part of our understanding of our youth and how to become, what it means to be a man of Steel.
Yes. Yes.
Why do you think it took us? Why do you think it took us this long to watch Steel?
I don't know. Maybe the fact that Shaq is the main character would be what made me wait this long.
Did you
really appreciate the minutia?
Did you want to watch Steel when back in the day?
No.
Did
you want to watch Steel back in the day?
Man, I don't remember what it was, but it had to be the horrible trailer.
Yes, the trailer is horrific.
The trailer's bad. And what is it with, obviously, we'll talk a little bit about this a little bit later about, and I touched on this in other episodes, how we're spoiled today in this day and age of superhero comics and Star Wars TV shows and $50 million Lord of the Rings episodes. Like, we're spoiled today on the content we get, and we scoff on the quality of the stuff that, oh, look, Luke Skywalker looks slightly askew. Boo, boo. You know, I mean, like, but we were so starved for content in 1997. Shaq starred in Steel, and people went and saw it, and some people liked it, and it existed. It was a real thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think today's generation will ever understand what it means to be truly without content? I mean, like, it's mind-boggling when you think about what we have today. Like the wealth of content. We have so much content today from a nerd's perspective. We have so much content today that we cannot even consume it anymore.
Yes.
In 1997, people were lining up on the streets to watch. I don't think they were lining up on the streets to watch Steel, but when a movie came out, it was a big deal. I'm sure Steel was on top of all the magazine covers, and it was like a big news item. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's we've come a long way from back in the day in 97.
Yeah, for sure. Like even just trying to consume, let's say you're being super niche and you just want to consume Marvel, right? For some weird reason. You got the movies, the shows, the streaming thing, the reality shows, the broadcast shows. Like there's way too much stuff to watch.
There's a show about Alfred. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Oh my God.
There's a show about Alfred that is like 4 seasons deep with like, I mean, it's just like, if you could go back in time and tell some of this stuff to your younger self, not only would their brain explode, it would scoff at you, being like, why haven't you watched this or this? I'm like, there's too much. There's too much stuff to watch, kid. There's
so much.
Amazon
Morbius is getting a movie.
Morbius,
you know, the B-level character in the cartoon. He's getting a movie.
We've moved on, and now we're looking for the B-level characters. We've made so many A-level movies. We're moving on to Morbius. That's the world I live in, kid. Fuck you is what I tell them. All right.
Well, but at least now it's turning around to the point that you're getting like one show that we need to discuss eventually. Sandman.
Oh, yes.
Now you're getting like those niche, like little things.
Yeah. These niche things, and they touch upon and the stuff I like, the niche stuff that gets touched upon, and they screw it up, and it's not good, and it's forgotten immediately, like Swamp Thing. Bastards. But
sometimes it works though. I know I suck this show's dick a lot, but Doom Patrol, that kind of show, for it to exist, it's only possible today.
Hey man, we're gonna get into the Doom Patrol territory very soon in an upcoming conversation. Well, very soon, because I have Doom Patrol related. But going back to our main man, Steel. Don Henry Irons is Steel. Now, of course, this is coming hot off Death of Superman and the Reign of the Superman comic book, which was amazing. What a great time. Oh, God, what a great time to be alive.
The Death of Superman time was insane.
Yep.
Everybody became a comic book collector overnight.
Yeah. And did I talk about this? It's the 30th anniversary of,
not on the pod though.
Oh, yeah, it's 30th anniversary of Death of Superman, and the DC Comics is re-releasing the black bagged Death of Superman, but it's a new issue inside there that's like stories from the creators of the Death of Superman run, artists and writers, but they're telling stories that happened around the Death of Superman. I think, of course, I'll get it, but that was another crazy time for comics when the bubble burst for comic books.
Well, that's what created the problem of having too many comic book shops.
Yeah.
Because people were buying so many issues of just the Death of Superman. For some reason, everyone thought, everyone's going to be into comics. So it started like opening all these random shops.
Collector's item that,
Yes. Yeah. It's like what was the last one that I noticed? Cupcakes. Remember? There was like a weird thing where every other month there was a new cupcake shop opening somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like different brands and cupcake this and and nowadays like there's no real cupcake stores that are as popping up as much anymore, obviously thanks to COVID. But
there's now
you go through
cupcake
these
vending
phases.
machines.
Oh, you mean the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
All right. Okay. All right.
But yeah, man, nothing makes you feel old too than watching Steel nowadays. Because I remember like the movie was starting and then it said, what's his name? Ray J. And I'm like, Ray J. Yeah. And then it's like young as hell, Ray J.
I forgot Ray J was even in the movie.
He fucked the Kardashian into like stardom. You know what I mean? Like way young. What is it? Moesha? Was that Ray J? Moesha?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This was Moesha Ray J. That's how long ago they made this movie.
I forgot he was even in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Ray J. Man, a lot of blasts from the past. Richard Roundtree was in this. Shaft? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He played the coolest junkyard uncle in the world.
I must still come for the guy from Jamie Foxx, that uncle or whatever.
And the cool thing also about these movies is like, even though obviously it's a kids movie, there's no two ways about it. Steel is a children's.
Absolutely made.
It's a kids movie through and through, but they would always do this in like nice movie where they would allow one section of like profanity per movie. I don't know why.
Yep.
Like one that comes to mind was Dunstan Checks In, right?
Sure.
Just 100% children's movie, right?
Yeah.
And there's a point where what's his name? Alexander.
I never watched that movie.
But the guy from Seinfeld is one of the main characters.
George?
Jason Alexander, George, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's one point in this kid's movie where the monkey's outside the window or something, and then fucking Jason Alexander's like, holy jumping shit, or something like that. But it would be things like these that would get through. So another gem that happened thanks to Shaft in this movie, and I had to write it down because I was laughing my ass off.
This line.
Are you saying that
this
movie's opened the doors to have a...
Nah, you can't do it anymore. It's not like it's gonna happen anymore. But this back in the day.
Go ahead, great line.
There was an exciting thing that Steel did, and then Shaft's reaction was, "Well, I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in."
Oh yeah, I thought that was hilarious when I first heard that. Like, what?
Wait. Not only was it hilarious, even I as an adult was watching that going, "What the hell?" And the movie, I'm like, "Yeah, this was made for kids. It's '97." And then Shaft says that, and I'm like, "Whoa!" I like snapped back into reality. Like, "Whoa, what the hell?" Yeah, it was very out of place.
It was.
It was out of left field.
Yeah,
it was not one single cuss word throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, they go real hard too. They're like, all right, yeah, we're gonna let you go as hard as possible on that first one.
You know what? We gotta wake up the fucking kids' parents with this really harsh profanity halfway into the movie.
You know what else I'm surprised about? And correct me if I'm wrong. Another staple of the '90s movies is they always got an animated series for the kids.
Yes. Now, crap. I forgot they had one.
Did Steel have an animated series?
I think it did.
Standalone, probably not.
Okay, but when you're watching this, I was like thinking in my mind, this got an animated series. This is made to get an animated series. I could see like the whole, like all the stuff for Steel and like they had it. If you watch the movie's built like an animated series pilot. You have you have Steel, you have the dog, you have the uncle in the junkyard, you have his Oracle assistant. Like it's like you have like his arch enemy creating technology. Like it's like perfect recipe. It's almost like obviously that was part of their idea to make an animated series.
Did they have one?
Yeah. It seems 100% because the only one I can remember and the only one I can find is the one from the Justice League. Where it wasn't like a standalone. He was just, like a guest of the week or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the only like animation of Steel that I can find.
Like I was watching this movie and I was really in my mind thinking, And I was like envisioning, yeah, there was an animated Steel show. Right, there was an animated Steel, and I looked it up. I looked as hard as I could. I couldn't find anything. But yeah, it's one of those things in the 90s that everything got an animated series. Almost everything got stuff that shouldn't get an animated series.
The Mask got an animated series.
Mask, Ace Ventura,
Rambo.
Harry properties got.
Oh, Rambo was earlier, but yeah, Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber did. Yeah.
Clerks had a short-lived animated series.
Yeah, great. Loved animated series. Everything got some kind of treatment animated. It was all part of the package you got.
Yeah,
a summer movie in the 90s, which is surprised that Steel never got it.
The Phantom, didn't he also have an animated series?
Yeah, the Phantom was in the 90s. Yeah.
Was the animated series after the movie or before the movie?
Well, see, the Phantom is based on something that I think.
The old serials.
Yeah, so I think there was an 80s, like Defenders, I think it was called. They've done in the 80s. The Phantom kept coming back, and I think there was another Phantom show. But like, man, we could talk about 90s. Man, 90s superhero. Like, I mean, obviously, we just talked about how the current era of superhero films is like, no question. Like, we get everything. We hit the jackpot,
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. But the 90s superhero films are just more memorable.
They have like a charm to them.
It's the golden era.
I don't know what it is. It's like the Rocketeer. When I watch the Rocketeer, there's like this like nostalgic, quirky
absolutely
thing about it that I cannot get from a modern movie.
The shadow without
the shadow, yeah.
So good. Yeah, there's like whole like pulp heroes. They went hard in the 90s for Rocketeer, Shadow, Phantom, and they were all good.
Dick Tracy.
It was the golden era.
Dick Tracy.
I fucking love Dick Tracy. The toys, I could never get them obviously, but I really wanted the toys.
Well, it's just something that's more like what's the word? I don't know, not the word modern, but
you know what it is? It's just everything was more tactile, right? Like there were actual sets and actual cost, even as crappy as the costumes looked, it was an actual physical thing the actors were holding.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, 90%
CGI and stuff.
CG with,
Tracy is a great example how much prosthetics is in that movie of like and look at Dick Tracy's one example where somebody sat down and said, we're going to make a Dick Tracy movie. And that meant something. We're going to get big actors. It'll be a movie. Nobody was saying, all right, how do we turn this into a franchise and sign them up for Dick Tracy 3, 4, 5, and 6? None of that conversations were had.
In a TV series.
I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if that. It seemed like those conversations were not really paramount. It was more, let's make a really good Dick Tracy movie and let's get some really great actors. Let's make a great Rocketeer movie. You know what I mean? Like, it was make a movie, and that's what it meant. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a franchise or anything like that. So, I mean, I guess we're a bunch of old curmudgeons at this point, and
we are curmudgeons, and I have nothing good against CG, but sometimes like
nothing good.
Just seeing it in movies when they combine some kind of prosthetics or any kind of tangible thing, like it translates into the movie. So like, let's say when you see someone talking to Groot, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not the same as when you see someone, reacting to another actor that has full prosthetics.
Or Goro
there's like
from Mortal
something
Kombat.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or if they made Dunstan checks in today, he'd be CGI Dunstan.
For sure, yeah. You don't want crazy orangutan killing people.
That's what I was thinking. In the 90s, they rolled that dice, baby, and they got like out of it.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep this chimp on Ambien so he doesn't kill us. Go for it. Pump it full of Ambien.
Yeah. Basically, hey, we ran out of orangutans. Okay, let's dip this chimp in orange paint. Let's poke him in the face.
And just make sure you do not stare him in the eyes or smile at him.
All right, bring in the child actors. Oh man, those were good days. To be a child actor in the 90s, that was the golden age.
Oh, it sucks for them now, though. I mean, I think half of them are hooked on drugs or.
That's been going on forever.
That's called living, bud. That's called living.
They clean it up. No, they all did. Fucking a ton of people were on cocaine in the early days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always happened. Especially like child actors and everything, they had it pretty rough back then. So.
Oh yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
All right, let's get back on Steel, boys. Let's get back on
Oh, that's true. This
What? Okay, so
magnificent movie.
magnificent film.
So much keys.
Of course.
What this is honestly, what did you guys think of Shaq's acting? I'll be honest and I'll say, I don't think he was bad.
I thought it was bad.
I was surprised.
But I knew he was bad.
I went in thinking, okay, I'm gonna watch Shaq act.
Yeah.
This ought to be good, and I was like, oh man, he's actually trying.
Look, he's at least better than Jordan.
I would say that. Yeah,
I
he's better than
love
Jordan.
Space Jam.
Space Jam, man.
But Michael Jordan cannot act.
Horrific.
Now, Space Jam far superior movie.
Yes, it is.
Far superior movie,
That's
but
maybe because of
acting
the
wise,
Looney Tunes and Bill Murray, but
acting wise,
yeah,
Shaq would have ran circles around.
I
Jordan.
would have to agree. Yeah.
now let me ask you this question: Who's better, Shaq or LeBron James in Space Jam 2?
So I didn't see Space Jam 2.
Shaq or LeBron James.
LeBron James in Space Jam.
He's in Space Jam 2.
Well, I know. Sorry, is your question is Jordan or LeBron James?
No. Jordan is horrible, but I'm trying to say is LeBron just as bad as Shaq, or is Shaq better?
Shaq's better.
I would have
Really?
Yeah.
Why? I didn't see the second one.
No. I'm not arguing with you, but I'm just saying I just don't know what it is about Shaq. When you see him on like TV or whatever, he's so likable. I just can't stand it because he's so. You see him and he's so charming. You're like, what
the big goofball. He's a big.
So you're willing to
gentle
forgive
giant.
a lot. Yeah, you're willing to forgive a lot of shortcomings.
Yeah. Now, Shaq's acting is.
We're talking about.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I said, there was. It surprised me. It was not good at all in any sense, but it surprised me, and I don't mind. I was more offended by the people around Shaq.
Well, for an athlete,
yeah,
that's great acting.
A young
athletes usually aren't that good at it.
A young athlete too.
You know what I also forgot too? Just about how much a phenomenon Shaq is, right?
Yeah.
Because Shaq is like this 7-foot giant or whatever. But then just in the movie, it highlighted how much unlike a giant he moved. Right. Like the way that he ran and jumped and everything.
Was that him?
That was him. You could see his face.
Yeah.
Obviously, so doing all the parkour stuff.
No. But just like the, like running scenes or whatever, where they had to show his face.
I
like the way that he moves.
A lot of his I think they did a lot. I think he did a lot of his moves.
Yeah. And then I watched some clips of him, same thing back in the day playing everything. Mm-hmm. The way he moved, it's not how a tall, like a giant person moves. Like if you look at all the other big men that are about Shaq's height, they're all like very not as athletic as Shaq.
Kind of slow.
So at least he did bring that aspect of like really fluid mobility, I'm assuming, to that crappy giant suit that they made him wear.
Right.
Yeah, he was actually pretty agile for a guy his height and size.
Yeah, it's
at
insane.
Times I thought
like,
he was.
Look at any other
else.
giant man like that, and they all move fairly sluggish.
Yeah, he was flipping over what I thought he was doing like parkour at some parts in the beginning when he was chasing that guy in a.
I don't think he was doing parkour.
Well, you know what I mean.
Ran up to a fence.
It wasn't like straight up parkour.
He was jump over the fence and he ripped it off.
I thought it was too at first.
There was no parkour.
That's true.
There was no parkour happening.
The great part of him being tall, just referencing the movie. Remember where they have him in the lineup?
Yes.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Can you point out the man that is here? that 7-foot giant.
Yeah.
Everyone in there was like maybe like 6'1" at most.
And
except Shaq.
Did you also think that was Carl Winslow?
Yes,
I thought it was
Carl Winslow.
I was like, is a young, thin Carl Winslow again off Die Hard and Family Matters?
No, that wasn't him.
That's before Urkel ruined his life.
But, yeah, you can see the damage that kid did. But I was like, that cop kept coming back. I was like, this Carl Winslow guy keeps coming back. That's great. No. So yeah, Shaq's acting pretty good. The villain, Judd Nelson.
Oh,
Probably, like, okay, so Shaq made him look good. Or no,
yes.
sorry. No, the other way around. I'm sorry. He made Shaq look good.
I don't know about that.
There's this guy
It,
so like over the top.
it was so over the top and bad.
Yeah.
A classic villain,
Oh,
classic
God.
'90s villain.
Like, I mean,
No,
this guy's
there's a lot of great '90s villains.
This guy's
A classic bad '90s villain.
What is this guy's motivation? Think about he leaves
Power.
the
Power is what he said.
Sure, but he leaves the military. Like, think of his actions, what he does. He leaves the military and goes to a arcade developer
Yes.
and gets him to build weapons.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's '90s.
To sell to like third world countries.
Yeah,
Wait, not just third world countries. They also made a specific point of having one group,
What was the group?
the neo-Nazis.
Oh,
For
right.
some reason, they kept going to the neo-Nazi like
kept
camp
going-
where all like the swastikas.
I forgot that was in there when I was a
Oh,
kid.
and the collection of like in the end, there's this big like bad guy auction that happens,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, you would think like this is a collection of supervillains from like
Yeah.
Doctor Doom and Magneto, like the worst of the worst. But you have a collection of like cartel leader to some politician to your local neo Nazis. Like, it was a wide gambit of like they cast the net just nearby or across the. I don't understand who they contacted, but it was like the thugs across the street and like the guys running Russia right now. We're all in one room. And they're all bidding at the same level with the same amount of
It's
money.
pretty accurate. So there was one thing one of the guys said too. One of the Nazi guys, he said something about the computer. Like, you can buy everything off the computer now, or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the internet.
the internet.
Because they were like, where can we get these weapons? Like, oh, the internet.
So in 1997, the internet is basically the regular internet is equivalent to, I guess, the dark web today, because they were like, where do we sell this? On the internet. And they're like, oh my god, like it was like nobody, like it was basically like today's dark web. And they just put up a webpage. It was really great. Click here to purchase.
They probably had like the dancing baby.
Yeah.
Just with the countdown, like the
Ally McBeal.
please sign my bookmark.
They're linked to their
What is it? No, what the hell was it? Fire.
like
Fire.
Something fire.
Keyboard cat.
No. He's talking
No, the hosting.
hosting site.
What
What was that?
I don't
Something
remember.
fire, right? Everybody had this
Dreamcast.
page.
What is it we're thinking? What was it? Something fire, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, they hosted everyone. They hosted
Angel Fire.
Was it?
Angel Fire.
Angel Fire. Yeah.
Angel Fire. That Angel Fire.
webpage.
Ready to go.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, man, that website had GIFs and everything. It was real dynamic.
It was great.
Clickable links. That's pretty good.
Hmm.
But anyway, so that was the big bad guy plan. They were gonna put the stuff on the internet.
And sell it.
Sell it.
And then display the weapons power by shooting Slick Rick or whatever. Whoever that actor was.
Yeah. Like, it was some
wow.
very, very dubious decisions. Where I'm like, why do you
Dollar Tree Slick Rick or whatever. Discount Slick Rick.
that guy
Oh,
has a arcade empire. I don't know why he decided to like get into the side hustle of
It's
like
pure
super-
'90s.
didn't even question it.
I
He was
don't
like,
know.
oh yeah, sure.
pretty
Let's make some.
successful to begin with. But he
Did
was
you-
like, yeah, let's do it.
Did you see the arcades that were there? It was Batman and Robin.
No, it was Batman Forever.
Oh, Forever. One of those. Yeah, it was Forever. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's how you know they were evil.
Yeah. Very yeah.
Horrible game.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, they had like I said, so that was the taste of the villainy in this. And what was their plan? They have this technology, and what are they going to do?
Power.
They're
They just want
gonna be
power.
the sole suppliers of the technology.
Right.
That's just disregarding the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of engineers whose sole job is to backward engineer technology. You know what I mean? As
Good luck.
China has showed us. So, yeah, like this guy, there was no way he was going to become the sole provider of any weapon.
Right. But like again, it boggles the mind that these neo-Nazis who are all accounts operating out of a basement were bidding for the same weapon. This like, I don't know.
Yeah, that oil terrorist.
Yeah, like cartel, like a guy in a private jet was at one time like, get me those weapons, and this loser in a basement is like, all right, we got it. So
You're
like,
right. Yeah, how are they gonna fund that? They would need to sell some.
Yeah,
like the amount of drugs that they would have to sell to like beat Gaddafi.
Well, maybe there was a payment plan, and we're not
layaway.
Like, could have been layaway.
Layaway was big back then.
I mean, it could have been like
was huge.
1,000 easy payments of 1999 or something. Who knows what that website Magic had on that website? But yeah. So
there was so much cheese in this movie.
Oh, it was covered in cheese.
It was layered
Sweet,
thick,
delicious cheese.
Now, what did you guys think of the? What do we call it? The outfit, the legendary iconic steel.
Oh, you mean the outfit where everyone was shooting everywhere except for his face?
Or his mouth.
His mouth.
Yeah, he's over there. Because they showed him the groin. So it's like,
yeah. And then, by the way, he exposed that like half of his like hand is like not covered by whatever chainmail he had.
Yeah, and like what's in between like chainmail? Chainmail's supposed to stop a bullet from a assault rifle.
Now, what you don't know was vibranium, I assume.
Wow.
Can you explain it any other way?
Well, they would need to do a crossover with Marvel, right?
Well, whatever. Nobody. Hey, no one's paying you to think, man. Shut up.
Right? DC's lead way to Marvel.
No, by far one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. I could not contain myself. Is the first time he's in the steel outfit, and he beats up some like gangbangers, and then the police show up. And he's cornered by the police. And like, how are you gonna get out of here? And and the police are like, "Hey man, hands up!" He's like, "Okay," and he puts his hands up and he shoots. Now, I would never in a million years thought this would happen. Shaq, 7-foot giant man who weighs how many pounds? I don't know.
Plus 200 some pounds, maybe 3.
No, he's probably 300 pounds, but you also gotta add all the steel plating he has.
It literally said 75 pounds of plating that he's on.
That's it? Just 75 pounds to cover a whole body?
That's it. 75 pounds of plating on top of the 7-foot giant man, and he shoots a grappling hook, right? It's little grappling hook into cement. And it's the slowest, like most awkward rise I've ever seen. And they're just like, the cops are just like,
oh.
Like his feet are like dangling by their head. They could, and it's like, here's the thing. We just talked about movie magic, about like CG and everything. That was a practical, some like technology was used. Okay, we have to hoist Shaq in this rubber outfit. Like not even metal. Like we have to practically make it look smooth and cool, like he's a superhero. And they could not do it. They could not film it. They could not make it happen. It was slow and awkward and weird, and it just would look so hilarious. By far, I did not in a million years, knowing Steel from the comic books, he has jet boots and he's like Superman. He's black
technology, just pure technology.
Yeah.
In a million years, in a billion years, I'm writing the Steel movie. At no point would I say he pulls out a grappling hook. I'm like,
Ant-Man style.
Yeah, like not even considering Shaq is like the practicality in real life of shooting this. Just considering Steel would not do this. So, anyways,
just the rope that would need to be used to hoist would have to be like formed in the heart of a dying sun. Yeah. In order to be able to hold the weight of Shaq.
Almost the industrial crane they used shaking. It looked so weird, and I'm like looking at this, going like, Jesus, they're like Steel is making his escape, and so Steel is on a rooftop, and I'm thinking this is the worst place for a giant man with 75-pound armor to be. Why isn't he on the ground? Why is he up this high? This is not a good idea. And of course, the thing happens that I was like going, surely he won't jump between buildings. And of course, jumps between buildings and makes it somehow. Like he should drop like a rock. Gravity. It just boggled the mind. It's like, of all the things you can have Steel do, give him jet boots like in the comic. I don't know.
He literally was just wearing medieval armor, updated medieval armor.
Yeah,
like there was no like propulsion system, no
what's the girl had it
that could be seen or anything.
What's the girl had it? Sparky or whatever. The girl?
Oh yeah, Sparky had a decked out wheelchair.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of laughed when
out of nowhere too.
I laughed when she said that line.
Machine gun thing. That
was and at the end, like that in that wheelchair scene, she's like literally like, "Hey man, we didn't have time to shoot all the cool scenes with the wheelchair. Literally cram them all in this 5 minutes." Get out. And she like was out of there after like firing like a million missiles all over the place.
And then when she left out the warehouse, she made that one corny, cheesy line. She said, "Yeah, I laughed so hard when I first."
What was it? I forgot.
Something about Shaq was saying, "Can you get out of here fast enough?" And she says, "Watch me," or something like that. And then she has like these jets on her, something on her wheelchair.
Her escape, like on the jet. There is no force. Like, you can see that they obviously ramped the film speed. Going away at like normal speed, right? And they have fire extinguisher exhaust on the bottom,
like a Benny Hill sketch.
It literally looked like.
I laughed so hard when I first.
So man, yeah, that was another good call out at Underground. That was actually one of the funniest scenes.
I laughed so hard when I saw it again. Like, did this not come to my mind when I saw this as a kid? Seeing it again, I laughed so hard. Yeah, but
look, as a kid, I wasn't aware of a lot of things when it came to movie making. So
not all of us though. At Underground though, famously walked out of a movie.
Oh yeah, he
was aware.
Hey,
they're not aware.
Yeah,
I had high standards. Mm-hmm. High standards for Batman.
A critic, even at such a young age.
Yes.
And of course, this movie. Obviously, we all know how Ed Underground feels about this movie compared to that piece of trash. But that was another absolutely awesome scene. There's like every other scene in this movie, like the logistics.
Everything is all over the place. The hammer, it does everything. Remember when he was escaping from the cops and conveniently there was a water tanker and he used like the handle of the
laser
to cut it in half with a laser so he could splash water on the cop that was chasing him.
That hammer, you're absolutely right. This is what made me think like that was one of the scenes where I was watching that thinking this had to have gotten an animated series because that hammer does everything. Like it's the perfect like toy. You could see kids like, like in the animated series, it always getting him out of some, shenanigans or something. You could see Steel in space with the hammer.
Yeah, like even the helmet, everything. To be honest, like I put in our private chat that he looked a lot like a knockoff version of Bible Man.
Yes,
how like
he did
toyified the design is.
Bible
Toyetic, as they would call.
Bible Man looked better than Steel.
Yes, Bible Man got more love in the makeup department than Steel.
Yeah,
like literally, it looked like Shaq was just cosplaying as Steel. Like nothing about it looked refined.
It didn't.
It just goes to show you how far cosplay technology has come today. Like they can run circles around this. Around whatever.
Oh yeah, nowadays if you go to like a Comic-Con and for some weird reason there's like a Steel fan out there, they would have like a 3D printed helmet with eyes that glow and all this crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Insane, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like. Thing after thing in this movie just would not stop with the memorable like if it wasn't a line, it was a stupid scene. If it wasn't a stupid scene, it was Shaq doing something like a free throw. There was a scene with
the free throws.
Yeah.
Oh, the free throw was a funny
goodness.
joke at the beginning. I'm like, oh, okay, at least he's making fun of himself.
Yeah.
But it kept going.
It kept going, and then the grenade. The grenade. The grenade scene, the way it's filmed, where like he throws it. And first of all, the scene takes so long. Like I've never seen a
Yes, the grenade should have gone off by all intents and purposes.
And then when he throws it, it does this cool scene where like the grenade bounces off
like a basketball on a rim.
Yeah.
And they're all like, oh, "What is gonna happen?" And it falls on the other side of this like metal and wood wall. It doesn't matter wherever it falls; it would still kill them. It's so close to the blast radius.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he shielded Ray J. Just to be able to shield them from the blast.
Of course, Steel probably said no to.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the bad guy, he fucking shoots the power weapon at Steel, and it somehow bounces off his armor without moving him an inch.
They never explained that recoil thing. It happens a lot in the movie. It happens in the beginning of the movie. It's obviously crucial to the end of the movie. At no point, unless I missed it, do they explain what that is and why that's happening.
Yeah,
like,
well, and again, it doesn't even like phase him. Like this giant energy blast doesn't even move him. It just
he absorbs it.
Shaq got shot by one of them in the beginning, and he just like did and that was it, and he was able to like do everything else fine. Like you saw that in the next scene on the phone, like nothing happened.
That's true. He did tear a door from its frame, a gate door from its frame.
Yep. Well,
the keys.
All right.
Steel. That was Steel. 25 years.
Steel. Damn good movie.
Is it?
I would say this.
Yeah.
I think
for what it is.
Steel is aged. Like, I think for what you're absolutely right. Well, you're going to say it is special for what it is.
Yes.
It is you'll have a good time watching this movie. I think
you will.
I had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies. It is always something to look at and unbelievably be like, what the hell? Why would they? Somebody made it like. There's so many things in this movie that somebody
you can hear the cocaine being chopped up in the writer's room, in the director's room as you're watching this movie.
You can hear the cocaine. You can hear people questioning the script, and the director just going like, "No,
it's good, it's good."
Yeah, we don't need to explain that. Just shoot the scene. Shoot the scene.
Who do you think was the best actor or actress in this movie?
I'm gonna say Ray J.
Ray J.
Say Ray J was pretty good.
Shaft for sure.
Roundtree. Yeah, he was very good. He was very good.
Acting wise,
I would have loved
Roundtree.
the animated version of Roundtree. You know he was good in the animated series.
Yeah.
He always had he probably always started the episode off with I'm gonna clean out the my fridge is Shaq or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Joseph,
oh yeah, John.
Wasn't it Joseph? John. Okay, John.
John Henry. John Henry Irons. The folk hero.
Yes.
Yeah. And anything to add about memories for the Steel?
When I forgot this, but I thought that Steel got paralyzed, and that's why he wore the suit. I don't know why I thought that.
They were thinking of RoboCop, my friend.
Probably.
Since you bring it up, is that a platonic relationship, or is he interested in her and she?
I thought that they were interested.
I think it's a platonic relationship.
Okay, I got to the end of the movie and I'm like, are they gonna kiss?
Because they're hugging, and I'm like, are they gonna kiss?
I thought they were. Well, I mean, if you make a wheelchair that's designed to stand up as tall as Shaq, and then you would think you're going for a kiss,
I thought too. Hey, where's this relationship going? I feel bad for old girl here.
Yeah.
It's just he's like, all right, let's put her there.
Come on, bud.
To the friend zone you go.
What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Weird. That was weird too. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Also, I was really offended by this. The grandmother at the end of the movie opens up a restaurant out of her house. What? Yeah. She's gonna get a license to operate a restaurant out of her home?
It's the 90s. Crime is fairly low in the 90s. You can do whatever you want pretty much in the 90s. Yeah. Open up a restaurant in your house.
prime. I'm talking about like operating like a business out of your home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's even like. I mean, she put up a sign, it very bold.
Grand opening, everything.
I just like that was the most offensive thing in the movie. That was
Again, that's all that cocaine writing. You know what I mean? How did she, get the permits and everything? Who knows?
Money, 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 money.
as long as everyone in the movie at the end of the movie, as long as it ended with a freeze frame or a cutaway where everyone was like, yeah, or had some like party scene, that's all they could ask for. And Steele did not disappoint. I wish they had the jump in the air, like, yeah, freeze frame.
Yeah, I want freeze frames.
Yeah, no. Except for her in the wheelchair. Looking up, but.
I actually thought the grandma and the Oracle Sparky, whatever her name is, were the best actresses in this movie.
Grandma was
the grandma was good.
Yeah, she was good.
But grandma was grandma. But yeah. All right, let's give this thing
the blurries.
Solid.
Blurries.
All right. Obviously, we're gonna put some nostalgia on this. You gotta give this a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Now at Underground.
Oh.
Now.
Yes.
What did you give Batman and Robin?
It wasn't a good score, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. I
All
can't
right.
recall,
Like
but
2, right?
maybe.
So how many blurries do you give Steel?
You should be.
I say a 6.
Do these. Oh,
Blurries. 6 blurries.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
that's pretty good.
You would say this is far better film than Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Wow.
I hold Batman to a high standard, and it definitely disappointed.
Right, but this movie did not disappoint. This is pretty
Well,
above
this
average. 6 is above average.
Well, I mean, I can't recall like, I can't wait to go see Steel movie. I think we just all went to go see it.
Just saw it, so
Yeah.
judge it now. You give it a 6 out of 10.
I get a 6. It was charming. It was definitely cheesy.
Above average.
Yeah,
Pretty great.
for its time.
It's
Alright.
I have watched Batman and Robin many times in my life. I will watch it many times more. I love Batman and Robin. It's a
I do. I love Batman, and
great movie. We've talked about it. It has some of the best villains, some of the best lines, some of the best ridiculous costumes. George Clooney's Batman, and there are things in there that should not have existed but exist. And I'm glad I get to watch it again and again. I will never watch Steel again.
I'm not going to either. Nor Batman and Robin.
Sure, but the question is, will I watch Batman and Robin again? Yes, many more times. I will watch it many times in my life, because it's Batman. And
it is Batman.
As I said before, any Batman is better than no Batman.
Yes.
And that's why we have the wealth of different Batmans to enjoy, from the 60s to the Batman Robin to the Begins to the Patterson. Like, it's all Batman is good Batman. But I'm a fan. So, different question here. How many blurries, Green Tuner, blurries?
6 as well.
Ooh.
6.
Let's not have 3.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I like I said, as much as I enjoy the film for what it is, I cannot give it more than 4 blurries.
That's fine.
No, I think we need the blurry police on this. Tell us, keep us honest. What did we give? I don't remember what we gave Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh,
I think I gave it
1.
Yeah. Like, there's some bad movies, and I'm very happy we're bad movies.
Dragon Ball is just bad.
Okay.
Dragon Ball
I think
Evolution.
I might have to do a little research, have a little cheat sheet going on how many blurs we assigned to what. Keep us all up.
We should check it. Because there's no way that Dragon Ball is anywhere close to a 4.
No, I have a feeling it's not. But Batman Robin, I don't know. Like I'm saying,
I'm with you. I put Batman and Robin above.
I like
what is it? Forever.
I like. Yeah, same.
Yeah, and we were we were ridiculed for our
Yeah.
for our thoughts on it. But yeah, no, like all my rating system is, as always, is based on how much I enjoy the movie.
Mm.
It doesn't speak to the art of cinema or anything like that. Like I know what I'm getting into when I'm watching Steel.
Right.
And that's how I'm gonna judge it based on how
Exactly.
On how much I enjoyed it.
And that's the same thing with Batman and Robin. The deep lore of Batman. No.
The deep lore.
Yeah, but
that's what makes the Batman lore good in films.
Yeah.
The wide variety of Batman's.
That's why I have.
That's the thing. Here's the thing about Batman is you could paint Batman in so many different styles and it's still enjoyable in some level. And that's why I have a wall of Batman stuff behind me.
Yeah.
I love Batman.
Because you're talking about the lore, completely disregarding the Adam West era Batman, where all of the goofiness that you saw in Batman and Robin is very reminiscent of that.
Mhm.
Just really weird, out there, cartoony, colorful.
They were trying to play homage to something that's it was trying, like, there was an audience for, if they did that today, no one would have nostalgia for the Adam West series. But in 97, you're probably touching on adults who are taking their kids to the movies and they would, they are having the nostalgia. So it was like, I deliberately, we could talk about it again. But
but really quick, from what I recall, that kind of messed up the whole superhero franchise until Spider-Man arrived in theaters.
I think it was already on its downfall by that point.
What was it? 2 years later, Batman Begins?
No, not 2 years.
Wasn't it 2 years later?
No, later. Batman Begins came out in the 2000s.
2003, right? Oh, I'm sorry, not 2 years, but like 5 years later.
I would say maybe more than that.
Well, Batman Robin came out in 98 or 97. Then Batman Begins, I assumed, came out in 2003.
Batman Begins came out when I was a teenager.
97 for Batman. Another 97 movie.
Wow.
Another great 97 movie.
And then Batman Begins, I'm saying 2003 from what I remember.
2005.
2005.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you had one, like, they scrapped. Here's the thing about Batman and Robin. It was successful, made a lot of money.
Of course it's going to make a lot of money. Bad or not.
And they scrapped the film. They would never be able to do this today. They scrapped the film because of all the hate it got. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they scrapped the film because all the hate it got. And instead of making another, because the movie made a lot of money. Today, they would have just made another movie. You know what I mean? They would have had 12 of these babies out. Fast and Furious style. But, like, at that time, they were like, man, this is Batman. We should, pay it a little more respect. And they went to retooled it for Batman Begins. But anyways, we're talking about stuff from the next Batman month. That's from next year. BLM. All right. What's it?
BHM.
BHM.
Batman.
Yeah. Batman History Month.
History Month. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Batman History Month. That's story for next. All right, cool. So I had fun watching Steel. I'd like to continue. We could maybe pick another movie like that.
Yeah, like I'm looking right now. 98 was Blade. So it wasn't like the end of superhero movies.
Yeah, no, I mean, superhero movies were coming into it at this time. They were coming into it. When was, and Spider-Man was 2001, right?
Right now I'm just looking at 90s
X-Men
movies.
was 2000. Spider-Man was 2001. So we're like, it's coming. It's opening the door.
But that was the end for the Batman movie until it begins, because Batman and Robin kind of killed it.
Yes, but that's probably because they were exhausted.
We would not have had Batman Begins without Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
It needed to do what it did in order to do what that franchise needed to happen.
It had to be the sacrifice. I'll take it like that.
Yeah, but man, even that was really good. So,
yeah,
what it is. All right. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about the Rings of Power, the billion-dollar TV show on Amazon here. Reportedly, $50 million an episode to make. Insanity. Bananas. We were just talking about being spoiled. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, there was a point where Lord of the Rings content was a Ralph Bakshi animated film at one point. That's all we got, and some cool stoner posters for The Hobbit, really, and some cool covers on some books. Now we live in a world where not only do you have the perfect trilogy, firm film trilogy, you have an additional Hobbit trilogy that goes above and beyond. And now we have a television show for Lord of the Rings. It's vanity. It's the golden age for Lord of the Rings fans, without a doubt. It doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah. What did you guys watch? How many episodes?
There's two episodes out, but
There's 2 episodes?
there's 2 episodes, but I only watched the first episode, and I started the second.
Okay. Yeah, no, I watched the first episode too, and then I started the second, and then I haven't finished it. So there's a lot of stuff that I still need to kind of unpack. The only thing that they also did with the first episode was what She-Hulk did, where they were kind of just running through the beats really quickly, telling you, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, just overloading you with all this stuff. Because watching the second episode, I haven't finished it, but it seems a little more paced. Not as, it doesn't run through all of the scenarios as quickly.
Has a wide cast of characters spread across a huge area.
Yes.
So it jumps around and it uses the map. I like the cutaway where it uses the map, cuts away to a part of the map, and then transitions into some kind of like geography to tell you, oh, this is where the humans live. These characters live. And I think that
Middle Earth.
I'm sorry. At Underground, what are your thoughts?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
I've seen everything else, but
It makes sense. Ed Underground did not watch it. We can talk about some of the reasons why he would not like it.
There's reasons why I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, there are a couple major reasons.
Really?
Now,
Wait, do you like these reasons?
Okay. Let's get into it then. There is a black elf. Okay.
Okay.
Black elf in the show, and there are multiple black characters in the show.
Okay.
And they're just like living there in Middle Earth, and I'm like,
okay, that's fine.
What happened? Where'd all these guys go later on in the story here? So I think I don't know, at Underground, you might not be too happy about that.
I'm pretty happy about that.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Sure.
Black elves, yeah.
Oh, well, save your rage. Also, get this. Female protag. That's right. Female protag.
Is her name Ray?
No.
Her name
Okay.
Galadriel.
Galadriel.
Does that translate to Ray? Go on.
There's a lot of scenes in this first episode, and Grinch Jr., tell me if you got the same feeling. I immediately thought of, hey, what is Ed gonna think about? There's a scene, very cool scene in the beginning where they fight a cave troll or an ice troll.
Yeah, ice troll.
And so Galadriel is a woman commander of these elves, and she's leading these group of men elves, right? This cave troll attacks. Literally at one point, the cave troll shows up, and their entire strategy is like how the the 90s Bulls would treat Jordan. Get the ball to Jordan. It was like
pretty much set up the troll up for Galadriel.
So literally one of the elves puts his sword and creates a ramp for her to do an awesome 360 attack single-handedly. This cave troll is killing everybody, and she just shows up and
whatever.
Basically whatever. It's just she probably should have just It was a little bit over the top. Cool scene though. Very cool CG. Very cool CG. I was like, it reminded me a lot of the first movie.
The CG on the second episode, start watching it, is fucking insane. There's like a giant like sea like creature they call the worm.
Oh,
There's like someone that fell from the sky, which
yeah.
is that Sauron?
You know what? I'm not getting too deep into it, but it's supposed to be like I heard that's Sauron.
Sauron, okay, because I know Sauron has come down many times, and he doesn't always look as evil as he did in the Lord of the Rings.
Either that,
Eminem.
It's a Sauron, or it's like a wizard. Like I got a
yeah, or it might be what's his name? Gandalf, maybe. I don't know.
Eminem.
I don't.
Wait, is this?
Even though Gandalf is around at this time, I don't know if we'll see Gandalf.
So I saw a small clip. Is this a guy that's like basically looks like Eminem?
What?
I saw a clip of some guy who's apparently I don't know, one of the main villains or whatever.
Slim Shady?
Yeah, Slim Shady.
Eminem.
No, I don't know.
He
What
looks
They
like
haven't
Eminem.
shown the villains yet.
Oh, I thought they did. Oh, I haven't seen his
No,
series yet.
they make reference to Morgoth, but they don't even show Morgoth.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
There's a like Sauron remains. Like, dude, like there's a scene where they show Sauron like with all these orcs around him. You remember the scene?
Yes.
So cool. Like this, like that is like dipped out of your fantasies for what you want in
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh, the Battle of Middle Earth when they overthrew
The dragons and shit.
Morgoth and everything. It was fucking insane. Yeah, with the dragons just going down and just killing people in mass.
So basically, folks, what we're saying is the money is on the screen. This is
money. Yeah, you'll see it.
Absolutely, you are watching an IMAX major feature production at home on Amazon Prime. It is like absolutely no question. CG, costumes, the environments, and the like
scenery,
Black elves,
makeup, what Black elves, yeah. The black hobbits, blobbits.
All right, let's move on from that one. I think they're not called the black hobbits. I think they're not called hobbits. They're called the Harfoots or Hardfoots or something.
Hardfoots. Yeah, no, and I was reading somewhere that like because I know like the complaint about black elves.
Yeah,
but supposedly I guess some of the
dwarves are what we haven't gotten there yet.
Dwarves. But some of the way that what's his name Tolkien wrote, he said I think the Proudfoots were dark skinned, so there is like precedent for darker skinned halflings, but I don't know if there's any like written ones that are elves.
Yeah, I mean, like you have a bunch of characters. I did double take when I saw an Asian Hardfoot. I'm pretty sure I saw an Asian Hardfoot.
Asian Hardfoot?
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to watch it again.
I know I saw like an Asian elf.
Asian elf?
Yeah. Okay. He was one of the people that were in charge of watching after the humans.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I kind of see where the racists are coming from on this one.
Stop trying to recon Tolkien's work. Yeah, how dare we try to defend the diversity casting?
You know what? Can you delete what I just
comment from the chat?
Delete what I just said when you edit this. They have some good ideas. Anyways, it does take you out of it a little bit because it's something you never saw in the Peter Jackson series. And I get here's the thing. It's supposed to be Europe. It's supposed to be like a medieval version of Europe. So all these other races exist, but they're just not in the story that's being told here. So whatever the reason is, like I said, it's noticeable, but does it impact the story? No. Does it lessen it in any way? No. But you do notice it at first, and then it's gone. Like then you're in the story.
Yeah, the reason why also is because it's just like a diverse cast, but they don't point it out. They don't make a point of trying to show you, that it's diversity cast.
They're not trying to shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
So they
I
have
like
they have
the,
a super like amazing female pro tag, and I
Yes.
was like, I was going, okay, at Underground, I wonder how he thinks about this. Then they cut away to the Hardfoots. The main character of the Hardfoots is a female pro tag, and she's a
Mhm.
like basically Ray, like she's like Luke Skywalker. Now, and they haven't shown her to be like, oh, she can beat everyone.
No, I think she just has a kind heart.
Yeah, not kind heart is what I was thinking. I was thinking she's got the hero's journey thing going on with the Luke.
Oh, for sure, she has a hero's journey.
think she's OP.
Yeah. No. She's just a very classic literary character, like from Small Origins, and she has aspirations of the wide world. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
it's like literal. So I got a like a Luke Frodo vibe from that character. So I was thinking, like, man, that's 2 for 2 at Underground. Oh, I don't know if he'd take to this. But then gladly at Underground, they put the brakes on it and they added some men in there.
Whoa.
They have what's his name?
Trust me.
Whoa. I just want a character that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Right.
Yeah, I do.
Anyways, your whole tail cast is
Yeah, like what's the name of the elf that Mr. Anderson plays?
Oh, Elrond.
I forgot his name.
Elrond. They have.
Is
Elrond
he in this?
Too.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in this.
Mr.
The
Anderson.
actor.
Actually,
Okay.
the character's good though. I like his character.
I like the character.
I like that he's a politician. Like, I really like that idea of, because they have a society and a structure, and you can his aspirations. He wants to be a leader, and you kind of see her aspirations of
avenging his brother. Her brother, I'm sorry.
She's like blinded by vengeance.
Vengeance, yeah.
And she's cool.
Yeah, and she's a soldier. She's not a politician. She's not a a weaponsmith or a guard. She's a soldier. Like, you're right. Everyone has their designated task because the black elf that they're showing, he's like a ranger, but also a guard. Those are his duties.
Yeah, so like they don't go into it, but at this point, like, so they defeated Morgoth. Morgoth comes to Middle Earth, and we never see that war. But Morgoth basically corrupts human beings.
Humans, yeah.
Yeah, so basically we're living in, at this point in the story, it's like post-war, and the elves have been like basically peacekeepers. So they're resented by the humans. Because they're constantly like, they won't allow them to grow and develop because of their past sins. I think that's a cool idea that leads to some cool like character development for some of these people. And
well, the elves are basically like have colonized them, the humans. Yeah, and so they live under like elf rules.
Yep.
And they can't, like you said, they can't do certain things. So obviously, they're very resentful towards elves.
Yeah. I like that resentment. I like that.
Let me ask you this question. Do I need to rewatch Lord of the Rings?
No.
To watch this? I don't? Okay.
They have nothing really to do with each other aside from picking, like, the lineage of families. But otherwise, you can just go in this, like, cold.
I don't think you will need to know a single character. Like, Galadriel, is like, the main character, you see her in the original films as an adult. And she's amazing in that film.
Yeah.
So she's
what, like 8,000 at that point?
Yeah, she's very old.
Yeah.
And then you see Elrond. I think those are the two characters that are recurring, and you don't need to know anything about them. You can live.
Hey, is Gimli related to Durin?
Isn't he his like cousin or like some? I think there is some relation.
Yeah. Or no. Wait. Or is it the doors from the Hobbit movie that are related to Durin?
The Moria.
Remember the one king or whatever from the Hobbit movies?
Yeah. The king who found that.
Yes.
The Orkin stone or whatever that was that Smaug took.
Yeah.
I don't remember the relation.
Okay, it's just the name stuck in my head, Durin from the original movies, and I'm trying to place it to who it's connected to.
Well, isn't Durin the king under the mountain?
Right now, yes, in the series. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think we get to see Moria at its height of its power.
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
It's
very, I'll give it this too. It's basically what you would think a dwarf, what would you call it, base or kingdom would be.
Yeah.
Like everything is very utilitarian. Like, you know how like the elves have like the, beautiful, like intricate shrines and everything.
Yeah, like natural wood made stuff.
Yes, the dwarves, it's basically like super dark caves with well lit passageways that connect everywhere. Cool. With like gold everywhere, and everything has like a square shape, and it's really cool.
The world, you want to like go there.
Yes,
you want to go to every one of these places. At one point, they showed this one establishing shot of this elf city on the water, like in the first episode, and I was like, "Oh my!" This is one of the most.
Wait, in Middle Earth or in their homeland?
No, not on Valinor. They showed it in Middle Earth. It was like
in Middle Earth. Yeah,
it's built in the side of a mountain.
Yes, where they had the one king or whatever it was there, or the one leader.
It's the
that granted them passage.
It's the elf. It's the home of the elf masons or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, like some of the the cool thing about this show is it's showing you how well off Middle Earth was before Sauron destroyed everything.
Yes.
In the movies that we saw. But like cities and like infrastructure and like elves at the height of their power.
Yeah, like cool. The humans at that point couldn't hold a candle to any other race.
Yeah.
Like they were basically living in like huts.
Yeah.
You're with
elf or nothing, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and basically everyone was like grimy and dirty. Yeah. Meanwhile, like the elves and the dwarves are all like, like prospering in their own ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. Quick question, because I think Darkseid knows more about this. So with the hobbits, you said the reason that these hobbits are nomads is because it's before they started their own like towns and stuff.
I don't know that answer. I think they're like the predecessors to hobbits. I think that they're just more like they're not nomadic. They seem to be invisible. Like their society's in plain sight, but they hide themselves.
Okay, it's just I'm so used to like them being like tidy and clean and everything.
Yeah.
And this is such like a harsh turn where I'm assuming this is basically, let's say when you were thinking back to your ancestors, whether it be Vikings or Aztecs or whatever, where everything was much more rough around the edges before you progress.
I could see them becoming the hobbits, like establishing their homes and their little hobbit holes and stuff.
Because at that point they're just referred to as, they've always been referred to as halflings, but I don't think I've heard the word hobbit once.
No, and I don't know the answer to that, but it's definitely, you see the
who the hell's watching Family Feud?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading from the chat. Ed Underground, you have the Family Feud on?
I do not have the Family Feud on.
Oh, okay.
Grandma not a fan of the Blurred podcast, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably like, Ed,
the hell,
keep your shit down.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, but
your sister.
What's your
what?
The second episode of Rings of Power, but what's your thoughts, Green Tuner? Are you in for the ride?
Oh, I'm in hard. It's again shaky grounds in the first episode, mainly because again they're just trying to fill you with basically
lore,
2,000 pages worth of lore.
Yeah,
in the span of like 30 minutes.
Yeah, they gloss over a lot of stuff that I was
so much.
And I'm like, is this gonna be is this accessible to like the layman? So I'm like, I'm wondering if Ed going to watch this and understand there was a war and Morgoth.
I know the story. I just haven't. So the reason why I haven't watched this is because I thought I had to rewatch Lord of the Rings to understand everything that's going on.
Lord of the Rings happens way after this.
You don't know the story here, Ed.
Yeah.
You don't know the story, and you don't know. Do you know who Morgoth is?
Not from the top of my head. I don't even remember the guy's
I
name
was
who played
surprised to be honest
Agent
that they
Smith.
didn't show more. I honestly thought it was gonna be more about Morgoth than about.
I think you'll see him in the series.
Oh, cool.
I'm curious about what they're planning on showing and what they're holding back on showing.
Mm-hmm.
I know they want to show certain things, but they like I said, Gandalf is running around at this point. He's somewhere there. There are wizards around. How much are they going to show? Who are they going to show? Are they going to show like how much of Sauron? How much of
Saruman? I want to see good Saruman before he gets corrupted.
Yep. So,
who's going to play Gandalf?
I don't know. I just like Darkseid said, we're in the second episode, so it's hard to tell who's gonna be where.
Like, I mean, I could see like them tease Gandalf in like the season 2 or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't need him right now, but like he's present.
How old is Aragorn?
Aragorn is probably not even
Lord of the Rings. Like hundreds, right? He can't live to the thousands like the other races.
I know he's he's very old, like hundreds of years, and I don't remember how old he gets, but would not be alive at this point. This is
okay, because I'm wondering if his bloodline is also somewhere in there in the Rings of Power.
You will see his
since they live so long, especially.
There's supposed to be an island that is like human beings are on this island, and it's like a paradise. And the king of that island is supposed to be like, he's the king that they lose, that Aragorn is supposed to be the king that like the
successor.
Yeah, the coming of the return of this guy. So if I'm getting that right. But I think it's called Numenor is the place. I don't remember.
I think so.
But yeah, some very visually beautiful, and I'm in with you right there.
I'm in 100%.
The show gives a good sense of adventure. Like
yes,
it gives a good sense of you're about to go on an adventure.
Yes,
it's building. It's like it's starting up and it's putting all the pieces in place. And whereas with like House of the Dragon, which I've not watched the new episode on, where House of the Dragon is more like, all right, you're in it and it's a story. This is like they're taking their time to move the pieces in place. And
yes.
It's like cranking up for some very epicness.
Yes. So. And then just quickly to read the chat. So they're asking Aragorn if he's human, so he wouldn't be alive. Well, whatever. So Aragorn is human, but he's like a specific type, right?
Yeah.
Where his lineage or his bloodline is able to live for hundreds or maybe thousands of years. I'm not sure.
Yep.
So that's why I was asking it, if there was any way that he was connected to this, just because of how long that specific bloodline lives. Mm-hmm. Obviously, every other human, just lives up to like whatever, 80, 60, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think. I think you're gonna see his like relative at some point, but you're not gonna see him or any reference to him. But yeah, you're gonna see like the predecessors like that they talk about.
Will we also see like talking dragons like Smaug, or
I don't know, but like I mean there's a lot, like I know that
there's just so many creatures that
I know we'll see a Balrog because they mentioned that Balrogs, you'll see why people like fear the Balrog, like why that had a reputation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so awesome seeing that Balrog in action.
Yeah. So for sure, I'm in for the series, same as you. I think it's a good series. We'll see. I from what I was hearing, it didn't get the start that it wanted.
It is getting crushed, hammered in reviews.
Well,
but then,
yeah, you can't trust reviews because of all the like trolling.
It's just people. We all have expectations of what we're going to get.
Yeah,
and we're gonna be let down no matter what. But I saw something where they were comparing like when Lord of the Rings came out, and the reviews back then were horrible towards Lord of the Rings.
Really? I remember.
Yeah,
it was a critical darling.
No, it was a critical darling, but like people, like the fandom, right? Were like, oh, this is horrible. It's Peter Jackson has butchered the books.
Oh, the hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, interesting.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not uncommon to get this type of reviews right now while the series is still going.
Yeah.
But by the end, who knows? It might be amazing. It might suck, but we'll have a better idea towards the end.
Like I think they were talking about House of the Dragons premiere got like 4 million like stream whatever however they measure it. Like around 4 million, and the premiere for this one was around 1 million. So like however that's measured. So of course I think this is a series that's going to grow, and it's going to be, I think, a lot internationally. This series will do a lot better than just America. So I don't know. It definitely looks like I hope they have a plan of where they're going.
Yes.
It definitely feels like they're showing you selected things. Like, they have a full roadmap. I hope.
Yeah, one would hope so.
They can't botch Lord of the Rings. That would be very bad.
Well, for a series like this, you would think they would have a full roadmap. I mean, it's not like Abrams is on board with this, so I think it's in good hands from what you guys are saying.
Yeah, especially once I haven't finished it, but just watching how they're handling the story now on the second episode.
Yeah,
I like where it's going.
Cool.
And speaking of, before, because I was going to segue into second episodes to something else.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to give, like, initial blurries for it, or are we going to kind of hold off on that?
We can blurry the first episode and then just judge the rest of the series as it comes. But I think the first episode is the pilot episode. The first episode should be a representation of what you're going to get. So either if you have a bad first episode, that is the judge of, for the most part, your entire series. I mean, they're obviously I keep mentioning Seinfeld is like bad early on. It becomes something.
Yes.
Simpsons. I mean, even though I love that, episode, but that's
let's be honest. The first season is rough.
Rough.
I love it nostalgically. The first couple of Simpsons seasons are not that good.
I mean,
once you go from 4, 5, 6, 7, that's when you start getting just gold.
They established them
I agree.
Yeah.
But anyways, for the reasons we talked about, it is.
Yeah, Creamcast is right. Futurama as well.
I like the first episode of Futurama.
I did too.
I liked it too, but I've watched it so many times. It's the same thing. Once the characters are settled in, boom.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Family Guy is a representation. See, I disagree with South Park, but Family Guy, the first episode, I think, is a representation of the Family Guy in as a whole. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When Futurama, I think, is also like that. South Park, their first episode was a short.
Yes.
So I don't know. That's a hard one to. But yeah, same idea. The South Park early episodes, they're rough. They're rough. Futurama is, like we talked about, how digestible that series is.
Oh,
Futurama's
amazing.
First season or not, that show's really good.
Yeah.
But all right, anyways.
All right, so based on that, I'll start it off. So I'm just judging the first episode. Not overall, because like I said, watching this second episode brought me right back up. But if I was just to stay on that first episode, I would have given the Rings of Power 7.5.
Okay.
Maybe 7.
I'm at 8 blurries.
Yeah, the reason why is because, again, they were just trying to fill everyone, including newcomers, on the story so far. Yeah. And it's so much that they just dump it on you like this giant chunk of exposition.
Here's what Here's what I would say. If they decided to add a little more content and make it if they made it a 2-hour premiere,
yes,
like a more well-rounded episode, almost a feature, this would have been 9+. Quality scene. But they clearly held back and treated it like an episode, and that's why I felt like the potential for 9 and 10 is right there. It's right in your face. But they cut it at a point where it's like, oh, you're so close.
Well, exactly. And they were trying to cram it together so much that you would see jump from here, jump from here, jump to there, jump to here, jump to here, jump back here, jump back here.
Mhm.
It was just jumping. So it was hard to, like, let's say Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings.
Mhm.
You get an overall story, but the initial thing is just hobbits. So you get to know them, you get to know the society, you get to know all these things, and then they drop little tidbits here and there to kind of fill in the rest of the story. So it was like a nice way to transition you into something brand new, right? This one was like so fast and furious with all the cutscenes and, you know, like quick story to catch you up on everything.
Yeah. I think we're both in the same place. I'm in for the ride, and I'm very curious to see what and Underground and Creamy think about this.
Well, once
maybe I'll watch it.
Finally decides to come back. We've been holding off.
That's between the FBI, Creamy, and the cartel that's hunting down Creamy. So
that's true. The fighting
cartel.
Ring. Cartel. Yes, exactly.
But he volunteered to be state's witness, so that's
true. Yeah. That's true. That's what you get, you know.
It just gets
yeah, exactly. No room service, no anything. What was I gonna say?
Mustache on right now.
It's like one of those like super shitty mustaches where it's like half glued off.
Yeah.
It doesn't even match his hair color. It's like a red mustache.
Yeah. Where he's running for his life for watching Lord of the Rings. Good.
Yeah. All right. And then speaking of good episodes that have my hopes up, did anyone watch the latest? Latest that I've watched. What would it be? Third episode of She-Hulk?
She-Hulk, yes, sir.
Yes, I did.
I am so glad that they chose this direction.
They're doing what we wanted them to do.
Yes.
And the cast of characters in this law firm, I'm loving them so far.
And the greatest thing is, I was really afraid when Darkseid was saying that they were going to have probably like a Marvel cliche fight between, you know, like Abomination and She-Hulk. I'm like, oh, God. No, they completely resisted everything and they went their own way. And
completely went in a curveball direction, too.
In a curveball. It was amazing. I loved it. I loved every single second of it. Even like the cameo from Megan Thee Stallion was hilarious.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about this because I watched it after the controversy of this happening, where it was like the end of the world that she was twerking.
Wait, that was a controversy? I thought it was just that thing.
A few people were tiffed that she was twerking. Yeah. So for some reason, and I was like, oh, surely there is some kind of context to this. In the series, like, I mean, obviously people have watched this before I have. So that twerking scene is a stinger. It's not even it's relevant. It's like a joke.
Yeah.
It's a throwaway joke. Exactly.
They throw all these like goofy stingers at the end of the episodes. Yeah, they've been doing it.
I thought like the way people were reacting, I thought they were like, oh, okay. She like, I mean, they completely make a mockery out of like in the middle of the episode. They treat it in a funny way. Like Alex' reaction to I guess her what was the word, obsession with Megan Thee Stallion is very
she was being like a fan.
She was fangirling out. Yeah,
she was fangirling out with Megan Thee Stallion.
No, what I was gonna say is and I brought it up earlier in the episode that I've rediscovered some comics that I read back in the day, and I decided for some reason to revisit the 89 Sensational She-Hulk run, which is the big inspiration for the show. And my God, is that an amazing comic book. I'm like, I just started on a whim, leafing through like, oh, I remember this. I'm issues in right now, and I'm reading it going like, man, this is so good. I was up late 2 nights ago in my room just reading She-Hulk. Like, I was like remembering how much I liked this series, and they're doing the same things in TV. Like I'll tell you, the comic is like, she breaks the fourth wall in the comic all the time. She threatens the writer every time he puts her in a situation. She constantly like, there are moments where the comic will transition to the bad guys, and when they cut back to her, she's like waiting for them to cut back. Like this was like she was Deadpool before Deadpool, and the art is so good. John Byrne's art, so good.
So was that like the initial issue? 89?
What? No.
She-Hulk.
She premiered in, I don't know, the 70s, but she was much
Okay.
more like
Just a
Lady
spin-off of
Frankenstein
Hulk.
type
Yeah.
situation. Yeah, but in the
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So just for me and maybe for anyone that's listening, so we want to read what you're speaking of. What's the name of it? Just Amazing She-Hulk?
So, Sensational She-Hulk from 1989 by John Byrne is that is the one.
Okay.
Start reading that. I mean, it starts off really good. Like she references, like every cover has her talking to the reader.
The reader, yeah.
So it's very like it breaks the fourth wall constantly. It's like constantly she's referencing like, we have the same writer, because when another character crosses over, it's like, oh, we have the same writer. How convenient that you popped up in my book. Like stuff like that. Or when Spider-Man pops up, she makes a point of being like, all right, here comes the the cameo, from the big contractual cameo. And they, in this episode, they did the same joke with Wong, where she turned and mentioned that.
Yeah, there's not gonna be a guest of the week.
Yeah, when she did that,
I did like that.
Well, that's the stuff in the comic where I was like, oh man, they're doing the same type of humor where she's like, if at any point they cut away to the actual director, like filming the scene, I will lose it. Like, I mean, that is the kind of like comedy that they should aim for.
That is so interesting, though. I never, to be honest, because I, just like most people, I was aware of She-Hulk because she's one of the old school female heroes. But I honestly did not know that she was basically doing all the stuff that Deadpool has been taking credit for when it comes to like breaking the fourth wall and everything.
I mean, I think like Deadpool. So Deadpool, this was before Deadpool, but Deadpool had a similar shtick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But read that Sensational She-Hulk from 1989. Like it is very, very ridiculously good, way ahead of its time. But yeah, going back to the episode itself, I loved it.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
It was good.
Ed Underground, go ahead. We've been praising She-Hulk.
Oh no, here we go.
Bring it down.
The dissenting opinion.
Bring it
us
down.
back to earth. Yeah.
Bring it down. What do you mean bring it down?
Well,
I thought
opinions?
I thought the episode was good. I wasn't expecting the twerking part at the end.
What'd you think of that?
Yeah.
I did not want to see a CG character twerk. It was just like, what?
Why?
It's like I don't.
So did you have like so it ruined the whole episode, did it?
It was just like, why? I don't want to see that. I mean,
Why not?
It's like, do you want to see Master Chief's butt cheeks? I don't want to see that either.
No, but in the concept, in the context of a She-Hulk comedy, her twerking is funny. In the Master Chief, him showing his ass, they're like, "What the hell? Why is this happening?"
And that's kind of how I felt.
Context.
That's
Megan
kind of how I
Thee Stallion
felt.
was right there, though.
That's kind of how I felt when I saw. I don't know. That was just my reaction when I saw
Your reaction.
a CG character twerking. Like, I really don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that.
What do you mean? Why? Like, do you? Okay.
It's just, I don't know. Maybe that's some other person's thing. Just I did not expect to see that. Did
What
not
is it
want to
that
see
you don't
that.
like? Is it the twerking?
No, not the twerking. No.
You're okay with twerking?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I approve.
I don't really like. I'm indifferent on the twerking thing, but I mean,
Depends
okay,
on who it is, but I
twerking.
approve.
Okay. Is it? Is it the?
It's just it being a CG character. It's like I don't know. It's just like why? I don't know. Yeah, I'm all for actresses or someone of a female gender twerking. Hey, you want to do it? Cool. I approve.
What
I just think it's because it's a CG character. I was not expecting that.
So what was your reaction?
Such an inoffensive scene.
Is it-
I'm not saying it's offensive, inoffensive, whatever. Just like.
Yeah, but what is your?
I didn't laugh. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but the twerking is not supposed to make you laugh. I think
You said it was funny or whatever, didn't you?
the funny part of it is her fangirling out, and the twerking is her going over the top.
Yeah, just to
And
impress
it's a
Megan Thee
montage.
Stallion.
It's a montage.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everyone was acting.
And-
This was a critical scene in the episode that derailed the whole thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I know, it's like, what the fuck?
But this is exactly what I want. This is like Harvey Birdman, attorney at law,
Yeah.
where you'll have this weird random scenes, but they just add to the overall goofiness of the show. I just don't get it. What disturbs you so much about it being a CG character?
I don't know. It just.
I would
I didn't
say-
laugh.
Are
I'm
you
like,
as disturbed when you play like half naked women like Bayonetta or something? Are you also disturbed
Bayonetta?
by Bayonetta?
No. Well, at least in Bayonetta,
Why?
you know what you're getting into. Like with She-Hulk, it wasn't really,
She was fully clothed. She was wearing
That's
a full,
hey, that's fine. I just wasn't.
She was wearing a business suit.
I just wasn't. I don't know. I didn't laugh. I was like, all right.
I didn't laugh either. I didn't think I wasn't.
But you said it was supposed to be funny.
I laughed because I found it really goofy.
I don't think you were supposed to. Yeah, I think it was goofy. I don't think it was
Yeah.
supposed to be like a laugh. Laugh like crazy. I think it was part of a scene that's goofy. Like I said, I liked her reaction to Megan Thee Stallion. I liked that she's a client of She-Hulk's. I like all of that, like where they're going with that and how happy she was.
Yeah, they just showed it to exactly show her fangirling out as She-Hulk and also just being goofy, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's not like she goes every other episode like doing some kind of like dance move. It was just a one-off because it happened to be Megan Thee Stallion. If they had some other celebrity, it would have been a bit pertaining to that celebrity.
Interesting.
I just didn't find it like, okay. It's like,
But is it even worth talking about?
Well,
Yeah, I guess
I
so,
would
since
say
we're
it
talking about
is. Well, yeah, that too. But I also think I didn't know it was this big of a deal.
I didn't
When
either. I
until
just
when
thought
on
it
the
was like
internet.
a funny little line. That's it.
I think it's a fun gift that I'll use many times in my life, but I didn't. Like I said, it was inconsequential to the episode, and I think the episode was great. What
Yeah.
do you think about now? They specifically cut away from She-Hulk, so there's a whole like the media, how the media treats She-Hulk, right? They
Yeah.
talk a lot about that, and they cut away to a couple like man on the street interviews of She-Hulk, or
Yeah.
what people think about She-Hulk. I was curious what the Ed Underground, what do you think they're trying to say there?
Repeat that because I was reading what someone was typing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What do the people say in the street?
Yeah.
The men on the street segments. What did you think about those?
What did you think about them in the news segments? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, they.
I remember, but to be honest, I don't remember.
There's-
Like I remember it happening. I just don't remember what
There's
they
a
were
guy
saying.
there's two guys they show who's like I guess he's like the mouthpiece of the internet, where he was like something about another female superhero, and then another guy cuts away is like, why can't you have your own thing? Why does it have to be a Hulk? Great. Like
Oh,
something
that was in the
like that.
beginning, wasn't
Ooh,
it?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I was like,
You know
oh,
what? As soon as I saw this, I'm like, Ed Underground, Ed Underground, Ed Underground.
what-
With the
what-
whole Batman
Yeah, what's the name of
discussion.
the-
And let's not bring the Batman because we've
what's the name of the
referenced it like 1,000 times.
Valzad?
What?
Oh,
What's the
the
name of the
one that
vaccine?
Michael B. Jordan should be.
Valzad?
Zod.
Valzad, I think.
All right, so like I could imagine like that guy in the universe is like,
Yeah.
why does it have to be a female She-Hulk? Why couldn't they come up with an original character?
Yeah, why couldn't they use, whatever?
Have you heard of Talzad? I could see Ed Underground fitting right into that universe.
Yeah, Valzad from Earth 2.
False.
You're a terrible fan.
Who's this?
Valzad, you're the one that brought him up.
And you're all
Calvin
like,
Harris?
what are you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, Velzad. I can't remember the names of all the characters.
Not
but
important.
You brought
Calvin
him up
Harris-
as Velza.
Calvin.
Calvin Harris is the president of the United States and also Superman.
Right. So I mean that same like scene, like some guy would know who Calvin Harris is. Like, why'd you have to be a female Hulk? Why couldn't they come up with, you know?
Well, I never said why can't I approve of female Hulk. It's an original character. It's not like they're swamping a character just to make some money.
See, that's it. You could have just clipped out right there and put it in the episode.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was
No,
pretty-
the reason for some people it's insulting that, let's take Superman for example, Clark Kent. For some people, it's insulting that you're taking a well-known Caucasian white character
Yep.
and just replacing his skin color just to make some money.
Fuck
For
'em.
some people, that's insulting.
That's what I say. Fuck them.
For some people, that's insulting. For some who are the
For
same,
some people, you are insulting.
I would say that too. Yeah,
Oh, fuck 'em.
who are very very R word.
Some people
Yeah.
in the world that you gotta just tell them screw off. You don't like it. That's the way the world is, bud.
Oh, that's the way companies are. I would say they're trying to make money. They don't really care about the people behind it. They just care about the money. Like there are certain things that happen on certain months,
Well,
and then once that month is over, they go back to their normal.
excuse.
Huh?
I think that's an excuse that certain people use to justify certain stances. But
Well, let's say there's certain companies that when 1 month happens in the summer, they switch their logos and stuff to a certain colors.
sure.
But in other countries, they don't touch it at all. But then once that month is over, they switch back to their normal
Well, I mean,
solid logos or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just to make money. They really don't care about the people behind it. It's just to make money.
of course, it's to make money.
It's the
but
same
like,
thing with this, the swamping and everything like that. They really don't care. It's just to make money.
but why do you care? Why do people care about you saying that some people are insulted by this or that? Why
Because there's other characters
Mhm.
to use. Like, why use a well-known, preferably white character and just swamp him to be black? Why can't you just use an existing black character? Like, there's other characters that exist for other races. Why not just use them?
because they're not as popular as the other characters.
That's because they make it not as popular.
Well, I mean, how many Calvin Harris comics have you read?
One, but that was way back.
How many
0.
comics have you read?
Superman recently?
Lifetime.
Lifetime?
Yeah.
Can't
First
count
off.
them. Maybe a
How
few,
many
less than
Calvin
10.
Harris Lifetimes comics have you read? Lifetime.
One?
Right.
Yeah, it's because
Why?
they choose not to make it popular.
No, I think like I said, if it's popular and people want it, you'll get it. It's supply and demand.
Spawn,
Supply
Blue
and
Beetle.
demand. Spawn's a great example.
Spawn's very popular. Yeah.
Spawn's a great example.
Yeah. I would say also Blue Beetle, Static Shock. People would love to see characters like that.
Static Shock is the example that nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
Static Shock was very popular back in the day.
Okay, where's the Static Shock?
Not anymore.
Where's the static? Where's Static Shock right now in the comics? Right now in the DC. Where is he? Right now.
I forgot the name of the company, but they're making comics,
Milestone
and
is
they're talking about making a movie.
Ain't gonna happen.
I might. I would love for it to happen. I would love to see a Static Shock movie, or even like a reboot of a series.
Shitty
That'd be
character.
awesome.
Shitty character.
No, I beg to
Way
differ.
better Milestone characters than fucking Static Shock. Static Shock was garbage.
What?
Yes,
He was great. Static Shock was great, especially back in the day. Static Shock, Batman Beyond, those are great characters. He was in Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
He made such an impact. He was in Batman Beyond.
Yeah. No. Static Shock, garbage character. will
No,
Be going.
Static
in
Shock was great.
Okay. Anyways, like I said, if there's money made, the character will reappear or because somebody's making money off of it, right?
Yeah, all I'm saying is give other characters a chance. You don't have to like use an existing white character, or even if it's an existing other race of a character. Just a
Why
small
not?
amount.
This is the question. Why not?
Are you tired of seeing the same Batman, Superman, all reboots of everything? Do you want to see something different?
I do want to see something different.
All right then. Why not do it then?
Yeah, Black Superman, give it to me.
All right, Calvin Harris.
No,
Awesome.
not Calvin Harris.
See?
Calvin Harris is like I said, nobody cares about Calvin Harris. Zero issues written or read. He's a throwaway character just to say, hey, this character is out there. Hey, here you go.
I guarantee you.
If you want to make if you want to do something different, you want to do something bold, do that. I'd love to see.
Well, this would definitely be different and bold if they use Calvin Harris.
I love that this argument will keep coming back no matter what.
I didn't bring it. You brought it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say we always keep going back to this same argument.
I didn't bring it. You brought it.
And now I put it back in the box in which I have it, and I put it in my pocket. I'll bring it back in 2 episodes.
False.
So She-Hulk. No, Ed Underground. What was your dislike? You were disgusted by the twerking. What did you think about?
No, the disgust was just like, like.
So did it ruin the episode for you?
I didn't say it ruined it. Just like what?
No, I'm asking. I wasn't accusing.
Right.
It's just like,
So even though it was a stinger, it was like a joke, a throwaway after the
I
credits.
didn't laugh. Did you laugh?
No. I'm saying even though it was an after the credits thing, would you judge the whole episode based on that?
I didn't say I did.
Okay.
I'm asking. I'm not accusing.
Would I judge the whole episode? No. Didn't say I did. And I said no.
Okay.
Did I what?
Did you like the episode?
I said earlier I liked the episode.
Okay.
Okay.
And I said this a few times that I liked the episode.
You know what? Maybe good old Ed is finally growing as a person.
I've
He's spreading his
always
wings.
grown. My wings, I should have more than 2.
Okay. Whatever that means.
I don't know.
So you like the direction of the series? Because I think
so far,
Green Tuner is a right to be happy, and I know like he's getting what he wants, and I think the show is settling into what it will be.
Yes.
So I think the first 2 episodes were. I agree with you. The first episode is probably the worst.
Yes.
And it's not terrible in any regard. I think it was a fine episode. But indicative of what the series will be, I think this is the best representation. I love the elf shapeshifter. I love
where she was becoming the judge.
Became the judge and like was doing all this stuff that like became the client. It was just funny, and it really reminded me. There's literally a character in Harvey Birdman that does the same thing.
Which one?
I don't know. It's one of the villains that shapeshifts, or it's the funny judge.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple funny judges, but like I just kept thinking about like all the funny things that potentially can be happening here.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I like where the series is going. I'm very happy with She-Hulk. I want very much for more. I want the series to continue.
Yes.
Because now I'm invested in them interacting with other characters in the Marvel. Like I'm excited for whenever they cross over with Daredevil. How is that going to work? So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's all these like things or like goofy Marvel characters like MODOK or something. Like I really think the leader is going to show up.
The leader would be hilarious.
I'm really counting on the leader to show up. I got to find out who that actor is and look him up and what his name is.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Abomination, what do you guys think of him?
I like where his character arc was. Like, hey, do you think he's really reformed? Is the question.
Yes.
I
think he's reformed.
I wonder who sent out those 4 guys to knock out She-Hulk and try to take her blood.
4 guys are the Wrecking Crew. That's they're characters from the comic. Kind of like they're literally called the Wrecking Crew.
Oh,
yeah. But I wonder who hired them.
I think they're just stand-ins for you, Ed.
But who tried to take her blood then? Why did they try to take her blood? Remember?
Yeah, they were trying to get her blood.
They have some kind of. Oh yeah. They have some kind of plan. I think they're working for the leader. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
I thought maybe for
good if they actually did it for the leader.
I thought for maybe Abomination. Maybe.
No, Abomination looks like he's literally just done with everything and wants to start his own commune. He didn't seem like he was, particularly trying to steal her DNA or whatever.
I was trying to freeze I think Darkseid froze.
Oh, I thought it was frozen.
Yeah, I was trying to freeze at the same time just
okay.
to throw you off.
You did throw me off.
I did?
All right, so yeah. All right, so Darkseid, his computer is frozen. Just see his forever stare. Oh, there we go.
Got double vision here.
All right, I mean we're getting there time wise. So I'm going to say I'm going to give She-Hulk this last one probably 8.5 out of 10. How about you?
8.5 out of 10. As I do this, Darkseid, put a number up for She-Hulk. What number you'll give it? I would give it a... Huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. Darkseid, just put up a score on the chat.
Yeah. I would give it a... I would give it a 7.
7?
Would have gave it more if it wasn't for the twerking. How about that? Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I thought you were kind of serious.
No.
You are all about that.
No.
Bullshit. Well, all right. That's it for this week. Oh, there you go. Great minds think alike. 8.5 as well for my fellow podcaster, Darkseid.
You probably gave it that because of the twerking.
Nah, you're the only one that's
I'm kidding.
Twerking.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I am kidding.
Full of shit.
I'm kidding.
All right, Sweet Cheeks, take us out.
All right. Well, Darkseid's not here, so I'll do it then. All right. So this is episode 56. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Take us out with your regular voice, not the voice of Arnold ejaculating or whatever. All right, take us out, Sweet Cheeks.
All right, this is all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 56 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, you can find us on all major platforms and chat with us live at twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast. And as always, blue you later.
No.
No.
All right. No. All right, twerk you later.
Twerk you later. I can't do it.
Stupid.
Do it now. Greenhouse gases.
All right, just fucking finish the episode, man. What the hell?